In today's vlog, we are getting back into our content bag. And I'm also going to show you how I'm leveling up my spaces and using what I have in my home. I get it, because I too have a lot going on. Well, some spaces to have a dual purpose. This is so bad. And then reading off of that. And hopefully it doesn't look weird. But since we're talking about content, I thought it'd be great if I let you sit in on some of my meetings. A part of content creation is having fun. In today's vlog, we are getting back into our content bag. So if you're like me and you have been meaning to post content for weeks or even months, and for some of you, it may be years, but I'm not gonna judge you because it's okay. We are going to get it together. In this vlog, I am determined to get back on track. And I know I'm going to do it because I am doing something I've never, ever done before. And that is I am systemizing everything. Now, a few months ago, I actually went through what I call process mapping my content creation workflow. But when I made this content creation workflow, what I didn't make room for was my time and how limited my time actually was. So if this is your first time to my channel, I actually own a brand and sales education company where I create different programs and I do consulting and things like that to help you level up your brand. But on top of that, I am a content creator. On top of that, I own my own product business. And on top of that, I have this lifestyle CEO brand that I create content around, okay? Not only to create insight, but also as a way to monetize it. So I got a lot going on because I have a team, I have a husband, I have dogs, I got parents, I got friends, I got family. I got a lot going on, okay? And so you may be a mom, you may be a wife, you may be someone who not only has a business, but also is still working in the corporate world or maybe a little side gig here and there. I get it because I too have a lot going on. And so the first cheat code that you have to unlock is you gotta master your time. I have been putting in work mastering my time, and that is why when I took a look at my content creation workflow, I realized that I hadn't optimized it for my time. And so since creating that, I decided that I was actually going to do that. So in today's vlog, I'm going to walk through some of the things that I did, and I'm also going to show you how I'm leveling up my spaces and using what I have in my home to create extraordinary studio spaces so it's easier for me to create content without making an excuse, because we are no longer making excuses, we are making systems, and in order to make systems, you got to have certain habits. And with habits, you have to have a cue response reward. And if the cue means that I gotta see the studio, then that's what we gotta do. All right, so let's get this vlog started. So before we get into all of the strategy and stuff, I gotta show you what I did for my bedroom, okay? Because I turned half of my bedroom into a studio space. Now, how I did this was I actually walked around my house and I jotted down all the places, all the little nooks and crannies and corners that could be a space that I create content for. Now, I knew what my content buckets were. These are like pillars, but a little bit more flexible. I also knew the content topics that I speak about. And because I wanted it to have some spaces to have a dual purpose, like I wanted to be able to create content for HBU and also for the Brand Hustler, I thought about that as well. And so I jotted down those spaces and I took a picture. I then went to ChatGPT, and because I use ChatGPT often, I had already fed ChatGPT what I was doing to rebrand visually. And as a result of that, when I uploaded the pictures to ChatGPT, he actually gave me ways that I can enhance the space. And pro tip, he gave me lighting suggestions. So if you have the paid version of ChatGPT, I'm sure you can do this with the free version too. Send them pictures of your spaces and they will tell you what to do or at least give you some advice. And so let me show y'all my bedroom space, okay? So let's walk through it like a little mini tour. So first of all, this mirror right here, it been here. We have like a living room space, which I'll show y'all the before. A living room space we weren't really using like that. So this mirror right here, been here. This is a new lamp, and I'm gonna show y'all the price tag because it is not as expensive as you think. This is $49 for this fire lamp. And then I already had the couch, but I bought this pillow. And then I already had this pillow. And then over here, I had most of these things already. And then I bought this picture, all of which I'm gonna take off the tags and all that before I actually use it. And then what I started doing was matching my outfits to the space to see like what I already had and what I needed to order, okay? And so I got a whole bunch of lighting equipment. That's where your money is gonna go, is the lighting, honestly, but you only need 2 main lights. You need a key light and you need a fill light. If you want to, a key light, a fill light, and a mood light. But the most important is probably your key light and your mood light. The fill light is optional. So for me, my fill light is this ring, which is pointed towards the wall. My key light is my softbox, and then the lamp, I actually turn it on and it becomes my mood. And you'll see that later on in the vlog because I'll be dolling myself up and recording content in this space for the first time. But when I tell you, this setup eats, okay? It eats, even for vertical video. I'm gonna show you an example real quick, like eats, okay? Like, hello? It eats. Let me see if I can play the video. This is it. This is me. I was so tired. It was like 2 a.m. But I wanted to get it right. So cute. And then I showed ChatGPT the video and also a picture. ChatGPT read me a little bit because he was like, take the tag off the lamp, take the tag off the picture. I was like, hold on, whoa there. I'm not even using it yet. But super dope. So definitely think about all the spaces. Now the second space is my office, which I've always used because I have like a green wall or whatever. And then you have my office. So the main part of my office, I took a picture of the green wall, which I'm using for demos, like the things that I need my computer to show you step by step how to, or if it's a deep demo, I'm using this background because it's already cute. The only difference is I'm gonna now have my neon light on and I'm gonna put an image on the screen. I did this in one of my videos years ago that was sponsored by Coda, and it looks so cute. I have like sunset of a beach because it was probably June or July then too. So I'm gonna do that, and then when it's fall, I'm gonna make it be like fall leaves. But that creates like this mood effect, and then I'll have on the neon light, and I'll use other lights over here. And then I have this pink bench. Now this pink bench, I rarely ever use, but I'm actually going to bring it into my bathroom and use it for short form content. And I'll show you my bathroom in 1 second. But then I had also showed ChatGPT this wall, but honestly, we just ain't gonna use it unless we wanna do like creative edits where I'm standing and like maybe, I don't know, I wanna clone myself or something. I may use this wall, like I'm throwing away that chair and I'm gonna clear that wall right there. So I may use this wall, it just depends, or I might use the bathroom for that as well. Now my bathroom, don't judge it, it's not clean. The cleaners haven't been here in like 3 weeks, but I'm probably gonna clean it myself on Sunday. Not probably, I am gonna clean it myself on Sunday because I gotta clean before I go to vacation, and I just don't have the time to wait for them. But so this is like my bathroom. So the backdrop, typically when I'm standing from here, this is what you see, which is super cute, especially if I'm doing my makeup and I wanna do like a story time as I'm doing my makeup. This is perfect. This is perfect. Like if you have a really nice bathroom and you have beauty products, definitely do get ready with me's and step-by-step stuff. I'm gonna use that here and possibly show like my beauty products just to like, you know, whatever. But then it's a mess right here, don't judge. But all of these, when they cleaned last time, they put it all here. And that is my thing with cleaners. Cleaners, they always wanna put things in these clusters. So I had certain things in certain areas, and because they moved it to wipe inside and all that, they end up putting all of this here. So it just looks a hot double snakes mess. So definitely gonna tidy that a little bit. And then I have like, ignore the gloves, I have like this little bamboo thing. So it's gonna look real cute. Like when I'm in here, I have my husband switch the lights out to white. And in the future, I wanna switch the light fixtures, period, but that's like a whole project that we want to do because we want to like jazz up the house as we go. But this is the light. It looks really, really good. There's no other light here, but I also have the square light that you can put on your camera, on your phone, all the things. But the light looks really good here. And if I flip it around, so I'm gonna have a little pink bench right here, and it's gonna be so cute because you'll see a little green in the back. And I'm gonna put more stuff on there. It's gonna be cute, simple, but it's giving luxe because of the whole like dual shower towel set up. It's chef kiss. All right, so I just finished my Bomb CEO session for the night, or for the week, not for the night. And I still got work to do, so we got to finish scripting videos, but I also need to set up this set in here like we talked about earlier. But I'm hungry, so we got to go get some, I guess like an early dinner first because I'm also going to have dinner later. But outlined some great videos right there. You see all that? So need some fuel because it's 10 videos in the month of July. And that means it's 31 full posts that need to go up on Instagram. Well, I'm not counting the weekends, so take out the weekends, but still. So a whole lot of going on. So let's go get some fuel. Because, baby, it is 8:38 on a Thursday. And I also still have to order my clothes from Fashion Nova. So actually, I'm going to eat and do that at the same time.
The next day.
This is so bad. Whenever I wear makeup for an extended period of time, my face starts to break out. So I'm gonna have to put some powder over it because, baby, we are recording tonight. I went and I got my nails done because I just didn't want them to be hideous on camera. And here I am finalizing some scripts so I could knock out some videos. It's currently 9:35. My goal is to be butt in that couch no later than 10 o'clock. So I'm wrapping up the final script now. Then I got to figure out what I'm gonna do teleprompter wise, because I kind of script this sort of word for word, which I typically don't do, but because I'm getting back into the groove of content, I decided to do it. I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing or not, but I got a TV literally here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's right here. And I'm thinking about putting it like right in front of me and putting something behind it to hold it up and then reading off of that. And hopefully it doesn't look weird. But we got at least, I think I'm supposed to do, I wanted to do 4 videos, but I am not going to script all 4. One of them is a bunch of screen recordings. So what I'll do is script the intro and the outro and then actually record the intro and the outro. The only thing is that's supposed to be recorded in my office and we have yet to set that up. So I may just do that tomorrow, like, because I'm recording tomorrow too, but I definitely want to record today because I did my makeup earlier and I want to knock these things out. So we're going to at least do that. We're determined. We're going to get it done. And tomorrow we will wake up. Now that our nails are done, our toes are done, all the things, we will fix the room, go for a walk, start our day probably pretty early, around 6 or 7 on a Saturday at that, and knock this out because me and hubby got to go to the mall. So the next time you see me, I will be recording right there on that couch. And we are going to take this and make this a 3-day vlog instead of a 2-day vlog because we just got to do what it do. We just got to get it done because I'm determined. I'm not going to lie. That first video was a little rough, but I got it over with. Thank God I didn't do like a lot of retakes. But you know, this light is kind of hitting right here though. Hold on. Wait a minute now. Hey. Now what I'm hoping is that I set up the camera so that it's not overexposed, because if this is how it's looking on the DJI, I wonder how it's looking on my camera. And you're probably like, girl, how do you not know? Well, I'm gonna show you something. So my main editor told me that I need to record in what's called S-Log. They have something called D-Log on DJI as well, but S-Log, I don't know if you can tell, but if I put it up Don't hit nothing, Jesus. Hopefully I didn't hit nothing. If I put it up to my face, I don't know if you could see that, but you can't see real color. And then I had to do like automatic white balance. So like, can you see like how my shirt looks cream here, but on here, it may not look as cream? That's what that's for. But let me show y'all my little setup. So obviously took the stuff off, lamp and all that. And I'm using this TV as my teleprompter. So I used to have this app on my iPad, but I don't know what happened to it. So the app I used to have has a free version online. So all you do is literally come here, paste my script, and then I hit start new prompter. And then it looks like this. And you can select what speed you want. It's not focusing, but what speed you want, margins. Oh, maybe I should have did that. Text size, and then you can switch colors. I kind of left everything as is, but I adjusted the speed to 18. And then this is what it looks like on my TV. So if I hit play, it looks like this. So you could be like, creativity isn't a talent, it's a system. And I'm about to show you a 3-step, and maybe I need to create some line space. That's probably what I need. What's margins? No, girl, that's not what you need. I might want to create like some line space, but I'll play around with it a little bit more. Look how big the words, it could get super big like that. I don't want it to be too big where it comes off real weird, because what's been happening is like I'll pause. But anyway, let me get back to it.
The next day.
I'm done. It's funny because you probably hear me talking while I'm talking, but it's because I'm playing it back. I need to hear if I was yelling or not, but I'm done. Now I can eat pizza. It's only 12:50. Oh, wow. It's only 12:58. So we'll record again tomorrow, but I gotta take off my makeup. I really want to sleep in my makeup, but I'm already breaking out, so I need to take it off. So we're back at it tomorrow, guys. Let's go! Content! Woo!
The next day.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm scrolling to find inspiration in terms of like the creative angle. So I remember seeing a video a long time ago from Justine's camera roll, and one of the content ideas that I have, I think will be really cool if it had a similar spin. So I'm gonna do, I think it was this video. So what I do, here's a little cheat code. I copy the link, and then I use this thing called Poppy AI, and then I can paste any piece of content that I want. So I've already done one from TikTok. And so you'll see here, it'll bring up the entire thing. And then what I do is I ask Poppy AI, like, okay, what do you see? To make sure that they can see what's connected. And then they broke down key points in the video. Now, the reason I'm doing this is not to copy what she's talking about. I just like the creative angle she took with it, AKA the style. So, okay, they break down what she's talking about. That's cool and all, but I specifically asked, go deeper about the content style approach. And then I like the way this is scripted as well. So I wanted like just some insight on how it was scripted, because I really like how it comes off as like not teachy and not snobbish. And then they start breaking down some stuff here, and then they give me some scripting techniques that I can use for mine, as well as like a narrative structure. Now, there's another example that's similar to this that I'm going to pull, and I'm going to say, hey, do you think this is the same or whatever? What's different between this? Because I actually have 2 videos that I want to record that are very similar. And so I want to know what the difference is. And then I am going to use my insight to then formulate what mine will be about. So that's what I'm doing. Now, you can do this for TikToks, Instagram videos, YouTube videos. Get Poppy AI is really, really cool. Like, for example, I'm sending my editor this because I want to edit something that I already recorded similar to this. Now, I didn't pull up in a car. I was like running on a track. And then I'm going to shoot the remaining of it, like the remaining scenes. I just got to figure out like all the different ways. But even taking something like this and applying it to me running on the track and then calculating something at my desk and then being on my couch, like I'm going to take this and apply it to what I'm doing. So one of the ways that I'm aiming to be more creative and more consistent with my content is to follow the steps that I used to do to brain dump, and then making sure that I'm putting like my own creative spin on it so that I'm excited about actually creating the content, because a part of content creation is having fun, right? Regardless, like I used to love creating content so much so that I had clients that pay me on a retainer that I used to create content for, obviously after doing like brand inner work and stuff like that. And recently content has just been burning me out. So this is one of the tricks, and I'll probably do like a full sit down video on how I brain dump my content ideas, how I decide how I'm gonna be creative and all of that. But this is just one of the things that I do. So I'm looking at that now. Then I'm gonna go run, get a coffee and get my nails fixed, because this lady did my nails. Y'all can't see it, but she didn't dry my nails all the way. So my nails have been clinging to pieces of fabric and it just looks really dirty. And I don't like that because I have close-ups I have to do. So I'm gonna get that done. Then I'm gonna come home and we're gonna knock out some more content. And then we're gonna wrap this content day up, or days. Good morning. I look incredibly crazy right now. But I have a video content meeting and I thought it'd be great, since we're talking about content today, or in this video, not just today, but since we're talking about content, I thought it'd be great if I let you sit in on some of my meetings. So listen up, take notes, and get some insight. Not only have they been mapped out, but there's 10 videos in July due to how long the month is. In addition to that, I've already recorded half of them.
What's going wrong? That's going wrong. Because if you watch the entire video, which I watched this video specifically, things did end up going in her favor and it ended up all planned.
If it's like, okay, well, this is how the font should look once I put it on a video.
I think we deserve